Right, okay, we're on the Wirral. This is the Dee estuary. On the other side, we've got North Wales. If you follow that through, you've got Chester. It's a beautiful place, it really is. So we've gone for fish and chips each today, and we've got cod and chips each. Now, my wife's got a lunchtime special, which is pretty heavy. So if I just have a quick look at it, and I can pass that on. Yeah, I mean, it's got a little pot of peas and everything in there. So that's nice. So I'm just going to pass that through. I think she's going to want some salt and vinegar on there. While she's away with that, she just put some sarsens on and some salt. And I've got to, before I go on, I have to say that I wasn't really, well, I didn't like vinegar up until doing the Chippy Tour starting last year. And it was until the middle of the year that I actually started using it or applying it, because I didn't like it. I really didn't. I wouldn't touch salt and vinegar crisps. I wouldn't even have scampi fries if they were that kind of acidic taste or flavour. Then I went on to try, it was down in Cornwall, I think, or in South Wales, and I went on to try the non-brewed condiment. And I thought, yeah, that's okay. But now I'm on the sarsens, and I tell you what, I've had vinegar crisps. I've had all kinds of vinegar flavoured this, that and the other since, and I love it. I really do. And I try to make sure I get some of that on it. So, small cod box it was called, and it came with a can of pop, mushy peas, chips and a small cod. And it was £8.50. Now that looked pretty good for £8.50 with the drink. I've been disturbed that many times. The camera looks like it's blowing, the sign's blowing down here. And I really want to get stuck into this food, and pretty quickly. We've got the large cod and chips. Well, they look great. So I'm going to get straight into this cod before I put any vinegar on. Look lovely, doesn't it? You would never have believed this was me a year ago. Put a bit more salt on. Another thing that's interesting. Let me just go for one of these chips first. Oh, they're good chips too. Well, they're not particularly big bits. They're lovely and chunky. Got some crispiness going on. The softness on the inside is, yeah, they're spot on. Now then, I'm going to get my fork. I'm going to go for a bit more of this cod. Looks fabulous. Yeah, a real sweetness there. Peel a bit of this batter off. Look at that. And I'm going to dip it in the curry, because I want to try this curry. It's the hot curry, or the spicy curry. They had a sweet or spicy. So let's give it. Ooh. That is a lovely thickness, it really is. Just enough kick for a spicy curry. Let's get a chip in there. Let's go with a gravy. I'm going to try something in a minute. You might like this. Get a bit of this fish in there. Oh, it's got a beautiful smell to it. It's thick. Not too thick. And there's plenty of beef going on in that smell and taste. How about the mushy pit? Oh, look at them. Let's go with a nice chip on that. Yeah, I like them a lot. And they're all nice and mushy, just as you'd expect. Not much in the way of whole peas. Now, have you ever heard of chicken salt? I'm not going to put the name up there, the brand or anything. We're getting it all today. Now we've got the bin truck. big turnaround, and we're in a car park in the middle of nowhere, basically. We're on the front here. It's not like there's a shop or toilets or anything else nearby. This is called chicken salt. Now, it's an Australian thing. When I was in Australia, I don't remember this. I was too young in the 70s when it apparently came out, when it was developed in South Australia. It may have been Adelaide, actually. And some guys had created this seasoning to put on their chicken. And since then, it's just gone wild, and everybody swears by this chicken salt. You only need a tiny little bit. We've got a bus turning around in here now. It's a tiny little car park. If I just read what it says on here, Australian chicken salt, arguably one of the most iconic foods to come from down under. Made using real chucks, which are chickens. Sprinkle this all over your chips, chicken, or almost anything that needs an Aussie flavour bomb. Yeah, I just thought I'd mention that because that's all the rage in Australia. They have it on everything, the fish and chips and all kinds. And when I was, like I say, I was too young in the 70s when I was at school there. And back in the 80s, in the mid-80s, I was back there for a couple more years. I've been back since as well, you know, because I kind of brought up there with school and whatnot. And I don't remember it then either. But apparently, it's been all the rage ever since. So, the battered sausage. And a true test of a battered sausage is if the batter stays on, which it has done. Let's have a go at that. Yeah, it's really nice. Sometimes with a sausage or a burger and the batter that's on them, because the batter will soak up some of the oil, they can be a bit heavy on the oil. But no, that's absolutely fabulous. Let's give it a dunk in this delicious gravy. That's delicious. And I'm going to carry on with my fish and chips. So it's back to the computer, where we're going to look at some reviews, a low one, somewhere in the middle, mine. And I'm going to write mine. So we'll see you there. And they also have a really nice website, as you can see here. And there's a link in the description to the website. And if I get a decent website that comes up, I like to share that because sometimes, you know, they shouldn't go amiss. They've spent a lot of time and effort creating this website with videos and information about. But how was it? Let's look at the reviews. 1 star. Could not get a simple order correct. Second time they have managed to get it wrong. Response from the owner. Hi Brian, we are sorry to hear you may have had a bad experience. Can you please contact us directly to confirm your order when you came in on how your order was made? We will then be able to check and verify this and correct any discrepancies. Thank you, Pisces. 3 star. Order. 2 large haddock, got home and 1 was large and 1 was normal size, but lovely fish. 5 star. I can't think how many chippies I've had fish and chips in around the country, but hands down, this was the best I've had. And lucky for me, it's a local. Gus was a legend, and I think it's his sons that run it now, and the awards it won are well deserved. Mine, 5 star. After a lovely drive through the Wirral and along the Dee estuary to the attractive town of Heswall, we called in at Pisces for lunch. We were greeted by the staff with big smiles and a polite attitude, which was much appreciated. The shop was spotlessly clean and well presented, with a large, clear menu board above the range. My wife ordered a small fish box, which contained a small but thick, fresh cod fillet encased in a light, crispy batter. It also included a tub of mushy peas, nice thick chips, and a can of pop, of her choice. I opted for the large cod and chips. The cod was fresh, bright white with thick flakes, and wrapped in a light, crispy batter. It came with a tub of mushy peas, which were just how I like, thick and not over-seasoned. The spicy curry had a nice kick and a good consistency, while the gravy was smooth and beefy. Cooking in, palm oil, hygiene rating 5, card or cash, fish reviewed, large, cod. See you on the next one.
Oh, na, 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 it's the Chippy Tour, cruising the coast can't ignore. With every bite I'm loving it more. Saving the chippies, that's what I'm for. Yo, I hit the road, got salt in my veins. From London to Scotland through sunshine and rain. Fish and chips in my hand, it's a noble quest. Supporting the classics, yeah, I'm doing my best. Met a bloke in Troon with a tempura squid. A castle in Wales where I had my bid. From mushy piece to battered Mars bar. A culinary Johnny, I'm a food rock star. I'm the Chippy Tour, tasting it all. Beef fritter scraps, yeah, I answer the call. Savory scallops, deep fried dreams, keeping chippies alive, that's my team. Biggest fish, battered sausage on a roll. Fish cakes so good they'll nourish your soul. Squid so crispy, prawns in a crunch.